I had a zeal of documenting an array of issues to related outdoor trips for understanding educational expeditions. Understanding the importance of this expedition is a timely compendium of a few number of birds in a remote areas. I am insisting that there is the little effect on this subject matter and beams the light on various contributors serve up and providing the reader with plenty of food for thought. My observation and experience implicate for practice. On early morning, 1st June 2020, I went to adjoining areas of Mysuru of birds. It was a great experience. I went there before the sunrise along with one of my students. I learnt how my skills and interest fit into a meaningful career here. On second day, I went to the adjacent villages. The flocks were more cooperative. They assisted me to get more information on them. By that time, I done some observation and collected data in the form of snaps and films. Birds are a special group of animals fascinated the people in around the world with an incredible ability to fly. They are unique from all other animals because they have colorful and beautiful wings with marvelous sound. Birds are found all around the world in all habitats, from the emperor pigeons in the north and south pole to some species in hottest desert. Their color, behavior and diversity is spectacular in nature. Some of them spend their entire life in one small area, while others migrate tens to thousands of miles every year for their requirements. This simple documentary is made to enlighten the knowledge of few birds in respect to common man with all rights reserved. Here we go, Tyler bird which is called Baya Weaver. This bird is about the size of a sparrow. Its color is similar to sparrow except during the breeding season. It is least concerned bird according to the IUCN. The beak of this bird is firmly conical and tail is sarcastically cut. These birds are seen in the plains of agricultural fields such as harvested paddy and grain fields. They are found in groups, especially in Southeast Asian countries like India, Pakistan, Burma and Sri Lanka. May to September is the nesting season, that is a period of monsoon rainfall or harvesting of crops. These birds display great intelligence and skill in nesting. Generally, they are found in tree trunks tilted over river, lake water and pond. It uses paddy grass for the construction of nest. If the nest constructed by males, the eggs are incubated by the female. Generally, one male is in contact with several females. The male exhibits a nest to female that has a distinctive for its species. If it is accepted by female, the male will continue to reproduce, and if not, the male will leave the nest and build another new nest showing the female, and this process continues. Thus, many of the semi-built nests are found in thorny trees where it is protected by the predators. This bird is vegetarian and also eats some small insects. The next bird is hoof. Hoofs are color birds found across Africa, Asia, and Europe. It is a notable bird for their distinctive crown of feathers. These birds migrate to the tropics in winter, but African populations are sedentary all year. This bird requirements can be provided in a wide range of habitats such as grassland, woodland, as well as forest glades. Woof make seasonal movements in response to rain in some regions such as Western Ghats. These birds have been seen at high altitudes during migration, and it is recorded at about 6,400 meters high. Going to behavior and ecology of this bird enjoyed taking the dust and sand baths. Adult birds may begin their molt after the breeding season and continue after they have migrated for winter. The diet of woof is mostly composed of insects, crickets, small reptiles, frogs, and plant matter such as seeds and berries are sometimes taken as well. It is a solitary forager which typically feeds on the ground with strong beaks. Hoofs will also feed on insects on the surface, probe into the flowers and fruits, and even use the bill to lever large stones and flake of bark. Larger prey items are beaten against the ground or a preferred stone to kill them and remove indigestible body parts such as wings and legs. This bird is the national bird of Israel. Hoofs are monogamous, although the pair bond apparently only last for single season. They are also territorial. The male calls frequently to advertise his ownership of the territory, and chases, fights between rival males are common in this species. Birds will try to stab rivals with their bills. The female alone is responsible for incubating the eggs. The incubation period is between 15 to 18 days, during which the time the male feeds the female, and incubation begins as soon as the first egg is laid. Hoofs have well-developed anti-predator defensive system using oil glands. Oil glands secretes the secretion which can act as an antibacterial agent. The next bird is Indian robin bird. This bird is widespread in Indian subcontinent. It flies across Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. The males of the north part have brown backs whose extent gradually decreases towards south parts. The pigmentation of the bird is due to breeding season. The long tail is usually held up, and dark body make them easily distinguishable from other species. This bird is found in open, stony, grassy, and scrub forest habitats. They are mainly found in dry habitats and are mostly absent from the thicker forest regions and high rainfall areas. Most of the population of this bird is non-migratory. This species is often found close to human habitation and will frequently seen in rooftops. They feed mostly on insects, frogs, and lizards, especially when feeding young at the nest. Individuals may forage late in the evening to capture insects which are attracted to light. The breeding season is December to September. Peak breeding in North India is in June and is earlier in southern Indian parts. Males sing during breeding season and display by lowering and spreading their tail feathers and moving around the female, displaying their sides. The songs of males have variants for inviting females and for deterring other males. Males will drive away other males and protect their territory by flying with slow wing beats. Nests are built between rocks, in holes in walls, or in a tree aloe region. The same nest site may be reused in subsequent years. The eggs are of regular oval form, but many are elongated and few pointed. Only the female incubates the egg, which then hatch in about 10 to 12 days. The chicks are black in color. Both males and females feed the young ones, the male sometimes passing the food to the female, who in return feeds the young. Nestlings may undergo thanatosis when handled. Comes Indian grey hornbill. The Indian grey hornbill is a medium-sized hornbill measuring around 61 centimeters in length. These are found mainly on the plains up to about 2,000 feet high. The upper parts are grayish-brown and flight feathers of the wing are dark brown with a whitish tip. The tail has a white tip and a dark subterminal band. They have a red iris and the eyelids have eyelashes. The cosque is short and pointed, and the male has a large cosque on the dark bill, and lower mandible are yellowish in color. The female has a more yellowish bill with black on the basal of on the cosque. The skin around the eye is dark in the male but sometimes pale reddish in female. In young one, the skin around the eye is dull orange. This bird may make local movements in the drier western region. This bird is found from the foothills of the Himalayas towards the southward of India. This species has been observed during summer and also in rainy seasons. Coming to the behavior and ecology of this bird, the call of the bird is similar to that of black-kite. The flight is heavy and involves a flapping sound with gleats. They are found in pairs or in small groups. The nesting season is April to June and clutch varies from 1 to 5 very symmetrical white eggs are found in the nest. Indian grey hornbill usually nest in trees such as ficus plant species. The female enters the nest hollow and seals the nest hole, leaving only small vertical slit through which the male feeds female. The nest entrance is sealed by the female using its excreta and mud pellets supplied by the male one. While inside the nest, the female molts her flight feathers and incubates the eggs. The regrowth of the female's feather will go with the maturity of the chicks, at which point the nest is broken and opened. They are also known to take mollusca, scorpions, insects, small birds as a prey. They are almost completely arboreal but very rarely descend to the ground to pick up fallen fruits and also pick up mud pellets to seal the nest cavity during the nesting period. Comes painted stork. This bird possesses a heavy yellow beak with a down curved tip that resembles an ibis. The head of the adult is orange or reddish in color. It also possesses long flight feathers tipped in bright pinkish and distinctive black breast band with white scaly markings. The rest of the body is whitish in adults and the primaries and secondaries are black with a greenish gloss. The legs are yellowish to red but often appear white due to their habit of urohydrosis on their legs, especially when at rest. The short tail is black with green gloss. This bird is medium sized, standing about 93 to 102 centimeter tall, 150 to 160 centimeter in wingspan and weighing 2 to 3.5 kg. Males and females appear alike, but the males are usually larger than female. They fly with their neck outstretched. The young ones are mainly whitish with grey bills and blackish facial skin. These water birds widely distributed over the plains of Asia. They also found in the southern parts of India and extend eastward into the Southeast Asia. They are absent in dry regions, dense forest, and the higher hills region. These birds sometimes make seasonal movements and breed on large trees, where nesting trees are secured over long periods of time. This bird feeds in groups in shallow wetlands, crop fields, and irrigation canals. The maximum success of finding prey was at 7 centimeters of water depth. They feed mainly on small fish, which they sense by touch, while slow sweeping their open bill from side to side while it held submerged. They walk slowly and also disturb the water with their feet to flush fish. They also take frogs and the snakes occasionally. They forage mainly in the day but may forage late or even at night under exceptional conditions. After they are fed, they may stand still on the shore for long durations. They are found in more densities in winter season. Breeding starts in the winter month shortly after the monsoon, and it may extend till mid-August. The incubation period is about a month, while the fledging period is nearly 2 months. Next comes rose-ringed parakeet. The rose-ringed parakeet, also known as the ring-necked parakeet, which is medium-sized parrot. The adult male shows a red and black neck ring, and immature birds of both sexes either show no neck rings or display shadow like pale to dark grey neck rings. Both sexes have a distinctive green color in the wild. Rose-ringed parakeets measure on average 40 centimeters in length, including the tail feathers, a large portion of the total length. Their average wing length is about 15 to 18 centimeters. This bird is herbivorous and non-migratory bird. One of the few parrot species that have successfully adapted to living in disturbed habitats. The species is listed as least concerned according to IUCN. In the wild, rose-ringed parakeets usually feed on bugs, fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, and seeds. In India, they feed on grains, and during winter also they feed on pigeon peas. Indian rose-ringed parakeets forms pair from September to December. They do not have life mates and often breed with another partner during the following breeding season. During this cold season, they select and defend the nest site, thus avoiding the competition for sites with other birds. Feeding on winter pea crops provides the female with nutrients necessary for egg production. This bird is purely herbivorous in nature. Next bird is Brahmani kite. They are found in Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia, Australia, and also seen in the skies of Sri Lanka, Nepal, India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. They are found mainly on the coast and in inland wetlands, where they feed on dead fish and other prey. They are mainly seen in the plains, but can sometimes occur above 5,000 feet. Adults have a reddish-brown body plumage contrasting with their white head and breast, which make them easy to distinguish from other birds of prey. The young ones are browner but can be distinguished from both the resident and migratory races of black kites in Asia by the paler appearance, shorter wings, and rounded tail. The beak of this kite shows the characteristic circular nostrils. The Brahmani kite is about the same size of black kite and has a typical kite flight with wings angled, but its tail is rounded unlike the red kite. This bird performs seasonal movements associated with rainfall in some parts of their range. In Hinduism, it is considered as a contemporary representation of Garuda, the sacred bird of God Vishnu. Bird comes bee-eaters. The bee-eaters are morphologically a fairly uniform group of birds. They share many features with kingfishers and Indian rollers, with having short-necked, brilliantly plumaged and short-legged. Their wings may be rounded or pointed, with the wing shape closely correlated with the species. Rounder wings are found on some species that are sedentary and make typically short foraging flights in denser forest. Those with more elongated wings are more migratory. All the bee eaters are highly aerial, fly directly without undulations, and are capable to change direction quickly. As the name suggests, bee eaters predominantly eat flying insects, especially bees and wasps, which are caught on the wing from an open perch. The stinger of the insect is removed by repeatedly hitting and rubbing the insect on the odd surface. During this process, pressure is applied to the insect, thereby discharging most of the venom. The bills of bee eaters are curved, long, and end in a sharp point. The bill can bite strongly, particularly at the tip, and it is used as a pair of forceps with which to snatch insect from the air and crush smaller prey. The short legs have weak feet. The feet have sharp claws used for perching on ventricle surfaces. Most bee eaters are gregarious and monogamous in nature. They form colonies, nesting in burrows tunneled into vertical sandy banks, often at the side of a river or in flat ground. The eggs are white with typically 5 to 6 in a clutch. The social structures of the bee eaters have been described as more complex than for any other bird species. The females are well known to lay eggs in their neighbor's nest, which is called brood parasitism. Some female individuals are well known for kleptoparasitism. Both parents care for the young, sometimes with assistance from related birds in the colony.